I figured out, Desi, is that if two people are talking, then Periscope is muffled.
Oh.
Hi, everyone. How are you today? I am here with. She must mute you when not talking to you to remove the echo. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. So mute me.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I can.
All right. Hi, everyone. This is. Oh, I'm so exhausted. This is Tracey Brown, which is kind of late for me, guys, but I'm here with Desi, and I'm working around Desi's schedule. And so we're later than usual. We were trying to get here for 7, which is a reasonable time, but we wound up playing around too much with this, that, and the other thing. And how are you? So, hey, Humble Pie. Hello, sweetie. Hi, Butterfly. So, I like this
Hi,
new.
everybody.
I like this new thing of inviting other psychics that I know on. And so Desi's the next one. And Desi and I actually have like quite a few challenges that we would like to psychically check into. And so
Sorry.
it's okay, Desi. Just keep I'll just keep pressing it so you don't worry, okay? So I'd like to introduce Desi. Say hi, Desi.
Hi, everybody.
So Desi, tell them what your YouTube channel is.
My YouTube channel is Darcy Revolution.
Let me repeat it for them. Her YouTube channel is Starseed Revolution, and she does horoscopes, and her horoscopes have been on point for Leos. So I think that you can invest in her channel, subscribe to her, and I love her horoscopes. And she's also investing in celebrity predicted outcomes. So today we're doing Cuba. Cuba, Cuba. Right, Desi?
Now, see, I've already done Cuba a few times. And, like, I've already done Cuba a few times. And, be known as Cuba Gooding something. But it's interesting, nonetheless. And I think, I don't think I ever expected for all of this to come out. Because he's
Actually,
known as like,
actually, you did though. Like you, like the first time he got into trouble, he was trying to play it off as innocent, like poor me. And I don't know if it's a conversation we had or something you had on video, and you're like, Tracy, he's weird, and he does this all the time.
that's true. He is very Cosby-esque, right?
He's very what?
I just thought he was weird. And I got like alcoholism from him just picking that up before I even did any cards on him.
Yeah.
It was kind of like,
Yeah,
can you hear me?
I hear you fine.
Okay. Before I did any cards on him, like I picked up alcoholism and I picked up just a few things just in his body language and personality. And just in watching him, I was like, there's something not right here. But it felt Cosby-esque where it's like, how can I put this? Where you can tell somebody's been a creep for a long time.
You're getting a
Does that
little.
make sense?
Pull back from your mic. You got muffled. What happened?
Oh, I said you can tell he's been a creep. He's one of those who's been a creep for a long time.
Yes. He's that. He's like a.
Like it's very Cosby-esque.
I was gonna say Weinstein. Yeah. Exactly. Very untouchable creep.
Yes. And so it's kind of hard to, how can I put this? Because he's always been known in Hollywood as like the nice guy, right? Like always
funny, cute,
you know, even
adorable.
like problematic movies. Like the movie when he pretended to be gay, I forgot what that movie was called. And then he did like Snow Dog, and he was always, to me, he seemed like a really nice guy, but I always felt like it was a facade, the cover for something else.
Yes.
Like it never felt authentically nice to me.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it does. I mean,
okay.
I think for me personally, I wasn't always a Cuba fan. Like, he's not a heartthrob to me. He's not like
No.
I follow everything he's ever been in. You know, I think Show Me the Money, whatever the name of that movie was, I didn't like. He was okay, and I thought Tom Cruise was okay. You know, I didn't feel one way or the other. I thought it was a good movie,
Right.
and I was like, okay. Ended 2 hours. My life didn't change any. You know.
Yeah. I also kind of, you know.
Desi, look at the screen as you're talking, because they're going to try and talk to you. And one of the things that I got is that you might be moving too much.
Oh, I'm looking now. I see the comment. I think it's because I'm shuffling.
Okay.
And that's probably what they're hearing is that I'm shuffling.
Okay. All right. Well, it takes practice.
But that's okay. I don't have to shuffle anymore. I shuffle a lot, so.
Okay. Fine. All right. I mean, it takes practice to go live. It takes practice.
Yeah. I'm sure if they saw me on camera,
pull back from the mic. Pull back. Pull back from the mic. You're still muffled.
Am I?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm gonna.
Is it better?
Yeah. Talk slower. Like it sounds silly to you, but it's perfect for the audience. So go much slower.
Okay. I can do that.
Thank you.
No, but I don't think that anyone looked at Cuba as some heartthrob type guy.
No.
And
you can talk a little faster.
I don't even think they type guy. Like nobody was looking at Cuba and being like, ooh, that man right there. Right? Nobody was doing that.
But Desi,
and
do you think that might be part of the problem?
No, I never thought of that. I'm weird. You think the problem was that?
You know what I mean? Like, maybe he wanted to be looked at that way, and so groping different women, like, made him feel that way. I'm just asking, because you just brought it up, and I'm like, maybe that's something he's always wanted.
Oh.
You know?
Okay, but that doesn't explain the rape and all in state. So that's about time. That's not love. But you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't explain that. But you're right. Maybe psychologically speaking, he wants to be looked at as, you know, truth be told, I could see that contributing to his drinking problem, but it doesn't explain the rape and molestation.
It doesn't explain what?
The rape and molestation of it.
I don't know. It feels very Weinstein to me. You know, like Weinstein was a fat pig, and so he would have pounced on women too, because he's not the type of guy that women would just go, let me do you. So was Cosby.
Okay, I can understand. Okay.
So was Cosby. Not a good looking man at all, like after a certain age. You know? And what if like Cosby got rejected by some beautiful woman and he was like, no, no. Like you're not allowed to do that and no woman would ever do that to me again. I'm just wondering. Like I'm wondering like those that are being charged as of lately, I think there have been others in the past that's been very good looking, but I'm just wondering, are these people?
Okay, for the record, I see the comment. People are saying, no, he's not ugly. Listen, we're not saying that Cuba is an ugly man. We are not saying that Cuba is ugly.
But what if we did say
What
he
we
was
are
ugly?
saying-
What if we did say it? So what? Like that's my opinion, and in my opinion, he's not a good looking man. Like he's mediocre at best.
But let's not act like he's okay. But let's not act like he's like Festival of the Opera-esque, where he's got to like club some woman and drag her back. Because you know what I'm saying, he's not hideous.
No, I'm not saying he's hideous. I'm saying he's okay. And I think in being okay, standing standing next to somebody that's a heartthrob, he might feel inadequate. And so, in order to not feel inadequate or the goofy friend next to the heartthrob, he might wiggle his hips and touch a woman to make her realize, look at me. It's not just good looking dude over here. Look at me too.
Oh.
Because I'm just wondering, like, could this have started with Show Me the Money? And standing next to Tom Cruise at the time, Tom Cruise, although he's a little short Napoleon type of dude, like, but standing next to him, Tom Cruise needed the attention and got the attention. And he was drop dead gorgeous. I'm not a fan of Tom Cruise, but the truth is the truth. And they're both on the same movie, basically with the same supposed status. And Cooper is like the funny guy next to the good looking guy. And he sees everyone taking care of Tom Cruise. And in his mind, is he like, somebody better look at me. And so,
Right.
unconsciously, shadow, right. He was in the shadow of the leading man and not good looking on top of it. You know, it's not like it's not like Idris that might have been second to someone, and then you look at the movie and you're like, who is that Idris dude? And he comes out on top eventually. Cooper never came out on top.
You're absolutely right, because if he is standing next to a leading man like Denzel, it's different.
Yes.
If he's standing next to Denzel, and you have the choice between Denzel and Cuba Gooding Jr., like, there's no comparison.
Right.
When it comes to talent, when it comes to look,
Yes.
Denzel is leading man for a reason.
And somebody just said, Cooper's okay. He's not fine. He's okay. And somebody else put, I think Denzel is fine. You know what I mean? And then she's like, he's my daddy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Well, okay, Denzel is dad.
Say that again.
That's
Denzel.
it.
Say it again.
No, I said Denzel is dad bod. Like, so if we're talking back then, at the height of popularity for both sides, it's like Denzel is your top pick versus, Cuba,
Yeah.
who is even at the height of Jerry Maguire,
Oh, yeah, that's the name of the movie.
still not even that material.
Like, after Jerry Maguire, I wasn't like, oh my God, Cuba. No, I was not.
You're right.
Oh my God. Ari puts, Cuba is the drunk nerd. Right. Cooper's
see
the
that.
one that would take his underwears off, put it on top of his head, and do all of this at the party. You know what I mean? Like, to get attention.
Yeah, you're
He's
right.
a clown.
Damn.
Cooper's a clown. No. Why would I just
But
shout
I
you
think
out?
he's
No.
only a clown when he's been drinking. Like, when he's been drinking, it's like,
Okay. All right. So let's say Cooper seems like he's actually the quiet type and needs to drink to get up the nerve to do anything. I bet he auditioned drunk half the times. All right. Let's not do opinion because it's not an opinion show. Let's do a read on what's around him now that he's kind of got more charges on him, right?
yeah.
So, did you pull any cards yet?
Yes.
Did you pull cards?
No, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Were you able to pull cards yet?
Okay. Oh, I haven't pulled cards yet.
Okay, pull
I don't want
cards.
to make too much noise.
You're so cute. Pull cards, and I'll
Okay.
just let everyone know that you could email me for your own personal reading at Traceybrownlive.com. Subscribe, like, share, comment. I love the comments, and as you notice, guys, I comment on the comments, or I put a heart.
Mm-hmm.
Who has joined me today was Desi Doll. Joined her in Periscope, and her was it Desi Doll 7?
Yeah.
Desi Doll.
Yeah, that's my Twitter. And my YouTube channel is Starseed Revolution.
Yes, Desi Doll. You keep pulling your cards. Desi Doll 7
Okay.
on Periscope and Twitter. And Starseed Revolution on YouTube. So follow her on YouTube because she's really, really good at her monthly horoscopes. All right. So got all that out. Traceybrownlive.com for me. Starseed Revolution for Desi Doll, and her Periscope is Desi Doll 7. Good.
Yes. Good.
So let me know when you're ready, Desi. Looks like everything that was in the dark is coming to light for many celebrities, right?
Yeah.
Right. And let me tell you, the men are mad. I be watching the men's comments on Twitter. They are pissed. Oh, I'm taking another man down. No, nobody's taking another man down. The men have been jackasses for decades.
Right. Let's just call it what it is.
Right. The men have been
Like-
jackasses for decades.
Like,
Get out of here.
I think that men have been allowed to be like, not that they've been allowed to be pieces of shit for such a long time, but like, it's hard to explain what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't want to offend anybody either, but like, I think some men, let me preface that. Some men are, like, whenever this type of thing come up, the Cosbys and the Cubas, like, a lot of men are so quick to pull out the Weinsteins and how come they're going after the black man? They're not, and it bothers me because what exactly are you trying to say? Are you fighting for this man's right to be a creep and get away with it? It's the same way that white men get away with it? Like,
Well, I
about
was gonna
argument.
was gonna say that, Desi. It sounds very Trump-ish. Like,
Yes.
like people know that Trump has done so many different degrees of wrong, and McConnell
Right.
is like, leave our man alone, and it's like, and so that's an
Right.
old boys network, right? Somebody said that on either
Right.
YouTube, and all this exposure of all the men, many men that have been doing horrible things sexually and getting
Right.
away with it, and now it's coming out, and the men are like, leave us alone, and it's like, did you leave us alone? Like,
Right.
did you not try to coerce us into, you know, like so many different types of compromising positions for years?
Right.
For years. And it's just that it's like anything else, Desi, when one person speaks up, it's like, that happened to you. Well, maybe I should speak up because that happened to me.
Right.
And that's the floodgate. But the floodgate has been pushing
Right.
against the wall for decades. It just took one brave person to just open the gate.
Exactly.
God. All right, psychically, what do you get around Cuba?
Yeah. Let's look at it. Okay. So, okay. So,
My glasses, my eyes are hurting.
the first card I got is the Fool card.
Okay.
And I think okay, so this is the way that I'm getting it. He knows that he's been like the way that he's talking to himself, a lot of negative doubt stuff talk, very much like, how could I be so stupid? And it's very, and I feel like I still get alcoholic cards. I have the Nine of Cups and I have the Temperance card, and I'm using the Witch's Tarot.
Hold on,
So
Desi.
obviously I'm holding cups,
Desi.
and that tells me everything I need to know.
Desi, hold
So I
on.
think he's trying to drink his sorrow.
Desi, hold on.
I think part of him knows that it's over. Whatever relationship he had is over. There's something here about wanting to flee or being a flight risk. Wanting to leave the country, maybe?
That's like possible.
Yeah. There's something here about wanting to leave. Like he wants to leave. This all behind him. But I think in 1 month's time, there are two additional women that are going to come forward.
Oh my God.
I think he's gonna try to show a very strong, like, I'm in control sort of attitude.
Mm-hmm.
But mentally, he's drained. I have the Five of Swords here next to the Hanged Man. And so, mentally speaking, he's done. Again, the Ace of Cups comes up. I think he's drinking big time. I think he's gonna try. You know what I think? I think he's gonna go to. I think he's gonna have one of those moments where he's gonna say, "I have a problem."
He's gonna have to go where?
And I need to go to rehab.
Go to rehab.
Yeah. But it's a lie. It's to serve in the stores just to be able to. It's a lie.
What's a lie, Desi?
Well, I think he lies to say he doesn't believe that he has a drinking problem, but it's clear to everybody around him that he does have a drinking problem.
So
I think in order to save face, I think he said something like, PR-wise, I have a problem, I need to go get treatment. But underneath it, I'm going to think this is his way of trying to get out of it, to get out of it.
I got you.
I think two women, is a blonde-haired white woman and a brunette woman, I think they nail him. And I think they nail him big time for money.
Does he even have money?
Oh, another woman shows up. Fire sign woman shows up. And I think is he in a relationship? Does anybody know if he's in a relationship?
I don't know.
Does he have a girlfriend or wife? There's a fire sign woman here who is heartbroken and embarrassed.
He was in a relationship.
Okay. I'm not looking at the comments. I'm looking at my cards.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, he was in a relationship.
Oh, okay. There's a fire sign woman around him that is hurt and embarrassed and his behavior. That relationship is over. I think he's going to pay her to go away.
They're saying his girlfriend was blonde.
Seeing jail time?
I'm sorry?
I'm seeing rehab. I think in order to save face, he's going to say something like, I have a problem. But I don't think he believes he has a problem.
You know, Desi, rehab is easy. Yes. It's easy. Rehab's easy. Rehab is a vacation.
That's what I mean. It's his way of slithering out of a really bad situation.
His girlfriend was blonde, they're telling me.
Well, she comes up as a fire sign, but there are two women who are going to nail him. Okay. I think this is the final nail in the coffin. A blonde and a brunette.
Okay.
There's another woman here next to the Three of Swords, and that's why I asked if she has a relationship, because she's not looking
You got muffled. You got muffled, Desi. Desi, you got muffled.
Oh, okay. I said there's a fire sign woman here who is heartbroken and embarrassed, and he's going to have to pay her heavily to go away.
So, Desi, when you talked just now, right now, what did you do?
Oh, I'm just like right up on the microphone.
That's the key. So
okay.
Every time you talk, practice going right up to the microphone, or else you sound muffled.
Yep. Gotcha.
What was the last thing you said now?
I can do that.
Thank you, sweetie. What was the last thing you said?
He's going to have to pay this woman the fire sign.
Stay with the mic.
To go in. Like he's going to have to pay her to go away.
Okay.
This fire sign woman who he's in a relationship with. Like, I think she threatens to expose him and spill everything that she knows.
Damn. So
and I think he has to cut a check to her to go away.
Damn. Wow.
She shows up next to the shadow side, so it might... She shows up next to the shadow side, so I think she might still wind up spilling what she knows anyway. But he's going to pay her... He's going to try to pay her to go away.
Wow. heavy.
Um, there's two people, a water sign man and a water sign woman. What's Cuba's sign? Anybody know what Cuba's sign is?
What's Cooper's sign? Does anybody know? Messy. Somebody's like, this is very messy.
Anybody? Anyway, there are two people here. I think two people who have worked. It feels like these are people that he's worked with in the past, who also know his secrets, and they're prepared to spill it all for money as well. Looks like they're together.
Who's together?
Looks like they're together. Yeah. It's a water sign woman, water sign man come up. Looks like somebody he's worked with in the past, and they know some things.
So,
and they're going to tell it.
So Cuba is a Capricorn.
Okay. Yeah, he showed up back here. But he shows up next to the Emperor, which tells me that's him looking back at everything he's lost. And he feels he feels like a fool. Like he's like, how could I let this get so out of hand? How could I have been so stupid?
Yeah.
But he knows. In his mind, the way that I'm getting it is, in his mind, it is everybody else's fault but his. Look at how many people show up in the spread. I have the two water signs, the fire sign woman, the earth sign man, which is him, but he shows up in the past. And then I have the temperance card and the 9 of cups, which I'm asking for people. In his mind, and his mind is very, very cluttered and cloudy too. But in his mind, it's everybody else's fault but his. His manager should have had more control over me. That's the Emperor. He's just, his energy is very, very, almost delusional. Almost delusional. Like, it's not my fault.
Oh, Desi, he's going through his Saturn return.
Really?
And it just entered. So it's 2.5 years of cleansing when Saturn is in your return. Like when my Saturn return was in Leo, I was taught how to handle money, but only because they took it all away.
Well, I think that's also what's happening to him. This is it. I think it is very Bill Cosby-esque in that chickens are coming home to roost.
Yes.
It feels like there have been people, and they show up in the spread, who have been covering for him. There's a team. There's a man and a woman who have been covering for him for a long time, and they're ready to talk. And it just feels like history. But in his mind, like I say, he's coming across as delusional.
Well, but does
like he not delusional in the crazy sense, but like
no, delusional
in the I'm right and you're wrong,
and that's
and
crazy.
Everybody else around me is wrong.
And Desi, that is crazy. There's no other way to describe delusional except to add crazy. Like it goes together. But I also think he was reared in
yes and no.
But listen to me. I think he was reared in an era where taking care of the artist could lead to that.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. I think it is like, it's crazy narcissism, uh, alcoholism, power hungry with this emperor here. It's all of these, it's an amalgamation of things. And none of it is good. I didn't know what the question was, so I just went for the general.
Yeah.
So I didn't
fine.
see if maybe perhaps he was going to jail. I do have a shadow card here, but it's next to this girl. So I don't know. I'd have to ask that question. I'd have to clarify to see. Like, do you want to pull cards, and then I'll just clarify to see if he's going to jail while you're talking?
Absolutely.
I can do that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So the
Go for
first thing I'm getting is perception beyond the veil of illusion. So he's going to communicate in a way where it's poor me, right? But it's almost like, I like to describe it as like that old lady that used to rob banks, but now she's an old lady, and then she's like a sweet, adorable, now sweetie, you shouldn't wear those short skirts. And meanwhile, she's like, I wore shorter skirts than that bitch that's walking out the door right now. As she pulls her gun, because she still keeps it on her. Like that type of thing. And then goes back to, hi, officer. And they're looking for the robber, and it's the crazy old lady that they all walked by. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so he's going to play, oh, you don't have to answer, Desi. You heard me? Des?
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay. He's gonna, because I'm talking to all of you, he's gonna be like, poor me, victim me. And I think I got that the way you had described it, because the veil is a cover-up card. Like, don't look at me for who I am. Remember the nice guy you thought I was. And I feel like he's gonna act his way through this situation. It's all an act. You keep answering, Desi. Repressed emotions. Oh, he's got issues. He's got issues.
Yeah.
From way, way back. Way, way back. He's got major... Hold on. Hold on, Desi. He's got issues from way, way back. From his childhood. Like, but it's so deep-rooted that I don't think he can heal. And I think he's learned to lie about his past. So it's almost like he might have been brought up poor. He might have drank toilet water. You know what I mean? Like, it's really bad. And he's going to tell everyone, I grew up like a king. Like, I was very lucky and privileged and blah, 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 blah. Like, he might have changed his story over the years. All right? And that's so how you look at him. I'm talking not enough to this camera here. How you look at him is going to be the story that he told you. All right? And so I remember when I was a kid, there was a man that told my dad that he lived in some beautiful house, blah, 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 blah. And my dad did. And so we see on the news that his son had died in a robbery or something. And the place that, like, it was like nothing that this man had ever described. The location, nothing. And I remember both my parents going, how could he lie? Like, it was such a big lie. I get crown chakra. There is something crazy about him, Desi, and he stays inside his head. I know he's a Capricorn, but he stays inside his head. That's some psychological shit that's going on with him. All right? I get emotional withdrawal. He's praying right now, guys. He's praying. He's like, God, please. Ironically, this card, which is half naked, off the shoulder, is very similar to this card, which is the first deck that I pulled up, naked, half of the shoulder, right? But this is also near water, and this is like, God, please help me. All right. And the last card is Rejoice in Celebration. Moving out in the world, doubt and fear. Still a lot of growth around him. Rejoice in Celebration. That's a little bit of an odd card because I wouldn't expect that to be an outcome. Unless it has to do with 3 women. Because what I'm getting now, and I've never seen this before, is this is 1 big cup. And these are 3 smaller cups. So maybe 3 people, similar to what you said, Desi, is going to take the big cup down. And that could be possible. And it could come in a form of, it's about damn time. Something like that. Right? I think that he is in trouble with his relationship. That's without a doubt. But there's something going on with the relationship. It's not that they just broke up. Something broke them up. We know it's most likely this scandal, but I still see something hovering over, like he might be like trying to talk to her, it's not my fault, trying to get her to believe him. Like I also don't think he's the type that can be alone. I do get a King of Swords here. I get a child here. I don't know what that means. I get a 2 of Wands. I get another child here. Oh boy. Listen, Cuba, it's one thing if you just mess with women. Please don't let children come into this. Please, I beg of you. There's a relationship here issue. There's definitely some sabotage. There's a man here that basically hates him at this point. Feels like he stood by him. Like, I stood by you. And this is who you always were. It's almost like maybe Cooper went after his wife. I don't think he's going to go to trial, Desi, and maybe that's why you didn't see court. I think he's going to settle.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he's going to settle. I can't imagine him not getting jail time.
I mean, the shadow is just it showed up in a weird position.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't show up. It showed up next to her. And it just did that position.
Was he accused of rape?
Like, not even acceptable.
You're sounding muffled again, Des. Come closer to the mic.
No, I said I didn't even see the tower. The tower doesn't show up either.
Neither.
It's kind of like,
yeah.
It feels like he pays a woman to go away. He pays women to go away.
But I'm wondering if he gets diagnosed with something mental rather than something criminal.
Yeah.
Because I was just told.
I think he's going to say, I have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I need help. I need rehab.
Mm-hmm. I think
there's a little boy that shows up too.
Mm-hmm. I think.
Why is this little boy showing up? Did you get a little boy? There's a little boy showing up here.
Yeah, I got a little boy and I got a little girl. So hold on a second, Desi. I think this is hospital, right? So, listen to me, Desi. I think he gets off easy. I think there's going to be a settlement. I think, like you said, he's going to agree to rehab. I think he's going to say, I'm sick. And I think that this is what I think. I think so many men are being accused of so many bad things that they're going to take it easy on him. They're like, listen, he fondled women and he was drunk, and we don't want to put him in jail for the wrong reasons. Like, if he raped someone, then we'd have to do this. But I think there's going to be an old boys network that protects him, and I don't think he goes to jail. I think he goes for extensive medical treatments, like rehab.
Yep. Yep.
So, the little girl could come in a form of emotional good news. The boy could be like, oh my God, still very good news. And my rejoice and celebration, which was my other deck, as a final outcome, I think he gets off, guys. I think he doesn't get the bricks thrown at him. And I think out of all the men that are having issues, I think they really believe this is a little boy as a grown man that acted inappropriately. And we're not going to take him down. We have enough men to deal with. Let's save the one. And I'm okay with that as long as it goes through the system. If it goes through the system and that's the final outcome, go ahead, boy, save the one. Go ahead.
Right, and I also want to be clear with the audience because I did see that comment, but I want to be clear that we're not saying that this guy is innocent in any way, shape, or form. We are not saying that he didn't rape or molest anyone. That is not what we are saying.
We're talking
what
about
I'm saying,
Cuba.
and I think what Tracy is saying, is it doesn't look like a Cosby situation where there are swift and severe consequences.
Nope.
That doesn't mean that he's innocent. That's not what we said.
But I don't think a rape came out of this. I think a fondling came out of this. And that is not okay. I just think that the old boys network is going to say to each other, whoever that is, it could be the judge even, like, we got enough men we're going to put in jail. Save this one. Save the fondler.
Right, and just because we don't see it in the cards does not mean that we are excusing it.
No.
It's still assault.
We still see the psychic
He's
facts.
still wrong.
And the end result is he's going to get a slap on the wrist. And that's the psychic facts. That's not even my opinion. It's like, I think they just go easy on him.
Right.
And I'm saying I'm okay with that.
I do think one other thing that shows up here, and I think the reason why as these children, I have a page of wands, a page of pentacles, and a page of swords, and I'm just wondering how many children he has, because I also think his children, if he has any kids, they're hurt and embarrassed too. And that's where I saw the children at. Mm-hmm. Is I think their family structure is thrown off by all of this.
Yes.
So I don't know if he has, I don't know how many children he has, but there are 3 that show up here. There's an older boy, a younger boy, and the little girl. And I think something about the way that they view their dad has changed for them.
And Desi, to add to that,
that's what I thought.
I don't think his career is over. I think if Billy Bush can come back, I think Cooper's going to find a way to come back too. I think he's going to, like you said, admit that he did things wrong, that he was a drunk. I think he's going to put on a great acting job at these press junkets when he's ready to come back and something significant is good for him. And I think he can buy his way back into, or that by suave his way back into the public life. And I want to say something though. I'm okay with this if it goes through the process. If this goes through the process, through the criminal justice, and in the end, this is what everyone decides, I'm going to be okay with it. I'm not going to be like, you know what I mean? I don't want it to seem like I'm going to stick to my guns because men should not do this to women. I think people make mistakes. And I think his mistake went on too long. And I think what you said, Desi, is true. I think he is going to say, you should have said something to his manager or to this person. And I'm wondering, maybe he's not so wrong. Like, enough already with these artists where nobody says anything because everybody's getting fed and no one says to them, dude, you're out of control. And I think he's going to push that back on people. None of this is going to be okay. But somewhere, even in that, like, explanation of things, I kind of think he's right. I watch too many artists just being in my son's world, and you could see them as they're growing up, and not even their own mothers will tell them, you're a little piece of shit, and you better stop. You know what I mean? I went up to my son's producer one day, and I was like, I'm taking him home. And they panicked. And they were like,
Right.
Miss Tracy, what happened? What's going on? Because they didn't expect that. And I was like, my son is turning into like someone I've never recognized. And when all is said and done, I have to go home with him. And I'm not going to be able to pull him back to the Brian I brought y'all. I brought y'all Brian. He's coming out a big asshole. And I was like, I went up to him and I was like, I'm taking your black ass home. And I went up to the producers and I told them the same thing. And everybody panicked. They called his manager. His manager called me like, what are you doing, Tracy? Like, I got that whole thing where I was the problem. I'm trying to save my son, but the mother is the problem? Get out of here. Get out of here. But of course they convinced me to let him stay.
But I also think in some of those circles, that's the first step, isolating those kids from their parents.
Right.
So that they become the ones who are in control. And if they don't have a mother or father or parents who are strong like that, like that's the first step to getting taken advantage of.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yes. And getting molested.
Okay.
And all that other good stuff. Yes. Years later, I asked my son, I was like, okay, you're grown, tell me now. Tell me everything. And he was like, no, Mom, I was never molested. I was like, okay. All right. I'm going to pull the final outcome, Desi. Are you guys ready for the final outcome? Upside down.
No. Oh, no.
I don't know what this means. Dilentate? Dilentate? What is that? Can somebody look up that word for me? I have the book here. Hold on. Why am I asking y'all to look it up? I have the damn book here. Dilentate.
Normally when you pull those cards, you can match it to a minor arcana or a major arcana in the regular tarot. At least I do.
That's
I
really
read the
funny.
description,
Pretension to much deeper knowledge that you actually possess. Pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. I'm wondering, remember you pulled up the Fool, right? As a first card, right?
Yeah, the first card I pulled was the Fool.
Yeah, I think he's going to play the Fool. I think he's going to play innocent. I think he's going to be like, none of this is my fault, like you said. I think in the end, I think he knows better. He knows exactly what he was doing. And that's what this card is representing, I think. Let me just read it real quick. Oh, listen to this. In an upright position, right? Which is what we described. A lover of the fine arts who never rises above the level of an amateur. Jack of all trades, master of none.
It's a magician.
Hold on a second. There's a danger of becoming superficial in your pursuit or losing the love that drew you to your avocation in the first place, which is his drinking. Shadow dilettante, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, manifests as a pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess, taking your dabbling too seriously. Look for a pattern of delighting in the arts or other areas of endeavor without going very deep. So, he sounds like he's a very talented guy that could, Dilenton, that doesn't help me. Dilenton, that doesn't help me. Deleton.
To me, it sounds like the magician. And a lot of the time, the magician in the reverse is a liar.
That's what it sounds
and
like.
And I think that's him.
Yeah. And, okay,
Pretends
now I
to be in
get
control,
it.
But he's not in control.
Okay.
He's an actor through and through.
Yes, and he is going to act his way out of this criminal thing that he's in.
Yeah.
And he's going to tell people, but you said that in the beginning, he's going to tell people, yes, I was wrong, I was drinking, I wish I would have had more help from others. It's a team and I don't feel like people protected me and I can't believe I drank so much. So my first step is going to go to rehab and da-da-da-da-da. And all the while, he's that old granny lady that's still a criminal, like with a gun underneath her skirt that will kill the next person that walks up to her if they figure out she is a real problem. Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow. And he can act his way out of anything. He can act his way into anything and out of anything. Whatever skills he never really used for his job, he's going to put all of it into getting out of this criminal investigation and charges. All right, Cuba, good for you. But remember, Saturn is in your sign for 2.5 years. The reason why Saturn is here is for you to learn lessons and to come out of it a different person. If you come out of it pretending that you're a different person, good luck to you. Good luck to you. Because also, Desi, good luck to him because those children might manifest as rebirth and it might come back to haunt him again.
Oh.
Right?
I see.
Good luck to you, Cuba.
Oh, dear.
It's up to him. Remember, he's going to get off because of an old boys network. They're not going to want every man to go to jail because some woman said. So he's going to get off because the
Right.
system is off.
In
And
some weird way,
mhm.
it came across, and this while you were talking, it came across as this is their way of putting Me Too back in its place, right? So like quote unquote, like we've had too many Me Too moments. This Me Too situation has gotten out of hand,
Right.
and so let's make this our one in some weird way.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to explain.
No, Desi, you got it. You said it. Let's save this one because at least his crime wasn't actual rape. It wasn't similar as others. So, yeah, we're going to save this one. And that might come like from the judge, the prosecutor, the defender. Like they all might be unconsciously. I'm not going to say you all are going to do it on purpose, but unconsciously, it's going to be like, let's save the one. Let's give him medical
Right.
treatment. And the joke's on them.
Oh, absolutely.
The joke's on
Because I still think at the heart of it, he's a creep, and
yeah.
there's no escaping that.
Well, remember the final outcome. You're right, there's no escaping it because he's lying.
Yep.
So he's lying to himself,
He's a liar.
lying to others, and in the end, what's going to come out of it is a second or third truth because the children are showing something. And by the way, I'm not necessarily saying that it could be children, but most people that have bad behaviors, they shift it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So if he can't be around women anymore, he might shift it to children. I'm not accusing you of that. The children could also mean
Right.
A new case will come out of this in a couple of years, and that maybe he just shouldn't have gotten
Oh,
off.
absolutely.
Right. So we're gonna have to wait and
Because-
see what the children mean.
Yeah.
Desi, somebody's like, so they're gonna save a black man for now? Yes. He's gonna. Yes, he's gonna get saved, and it might be a color.
I mean,
It might be a colorism issue too. So he'll get saved, and it might be more colorism than you realize. Yes, he'll get saved. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
All right, Des, we better end this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Even though, my audio is garbage. Thank you.
Actually, Desi, it's not garbage. You had to practice how to speak into your mic.
Yes.
I don't like when
That's
people
true.
put themselves down. You're practicing. It's the
You're
first
right.
time you've
I have
ever
that
done
issue
this.
sometimes on my channel too, because I'll start channeling I'll start hearing things, and I'll get into what it is that I'm doing, and I totally forget the microphone is there.
Yes, yes. It takes
And so,
practice. So,
I'm not a pro. You're the pro.
well,
But
no,
thank you anyway for having me on.
right. But I think together we all figured out, the more you talked, we all
Yes.
figured out that the angle for you to be heard best is your mic. And
Yes.
like your mic is your best friend.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you gotta cradle that
Oh,
mic.
sure.
You gotta talk to that mic. You gotta be like, hey, Mike, how you doing? I love you, Mike. You gotta be best friends.
You're right. I think it's just practice.
Practice.
And, yeah.
All right, but
But
everyone
I did
else
enjoy this
said
reading with you guys today.
everyone else said
Thank
you
you,
did
guys.
fine. Say it again, Desi.
No, I said I did enjoy this reading with you guys today, and thank you, audience. for showing up
And there are new
and
people
engaging
on.
in the discussion.
Tell them where they can find you.
Oh, they can find me at either DesiDoll7 on Twitter or Starseed Revolution on YouTube.
Perfect. They want to know what kind of mic you're using. Do you remember the name of it?
The mic that I'm using,
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually using my headphone mic, which is these are what, Beats by Dre. These are the Solo 3s.
Oh, you got Beats by Dre?
And so, yeah.
Well,
These
damn.
Are, yeah. So these are the Beats by Dre Solo 3s.
I'm
I
jealous.
need the Studio 3s because the microphone is much more amplified
Oh, okay.
and clearer.
I want Ray J's new head things.
Listen, Raycon,
Yeah.
I
I love Ray J.
no.
Oh my God. I think he is so adorable. He reminds me of my son. I want to buy his product.
Who, Raycon?
Yes.
No.
He's one of my favorite.
Okay.
Other than my son, he is my favorite.
I get it. But okay, that's something that we might need to talk about off camera.
You can't convince me. You cannot convince me. Huh?
Officially.
What you saying?
I said, I think Ray J is great, officially.
So
On
there's
camera,
they're
he's
saying
fantastic.
they're saying get a directional microphone or an Omni. I know Omni. I've seen it on Amazon.
Oh. Okay. I thought about getting like a physical mic. But, which I would really like, even like a wireless mic.
Mhm.
But
Omni
when your
sells
headphones,
Omni sells wireless.
okay.
Mhm. Check it out on Amazon.
But these were a gift.
Oh. So
But
cool.
yeah.
But it doesn't really matter. This is the first time we tried it, so at least we know that talking into the mic a certain type of way can make you be heard. So at this stage of the game,
Yes.
use your mic and
Yes.
we'll just try to, stay focused. We're going to do this. We got maybe quite a few celebrities to do. It's going to be around this hour, around 7 o'clock. Desi's a school teacher, so she's off for a month. So we're really going to kick some things out. And I would announce who the next one is, but I don't want any of the other psychics to copy. So we'll just come on board. Most likely, Desi, most likely Thursday. I have my book club tomorrow.
Oh, that's totally fine.
All right.
So that's Friday. Thursday for you is Friday for me, which is absolutely fine.
Okay. You're more than welcome to join the book club tomorrow if you want, if you got nothing better to do.
Ooh, I'd love to. But I have to figure out when that is, because I'm like, 15 hours ahead of you?
I'll text you.
I'm in Japan, so.
I'll text you. I'll
Yeah,
text
just
you
let
the
me know, and I'd be
time,
happy to do that.
and you'll figure out how to come in at that time.
Yeah.
All right. Desi, they're saying,
Okay.
Listen to me. They're saying do Kenya Moore.
Ooh, Kenya Moore? Okay. And her husband, Mark?
Whatever.
Or just Kenya in general?
No, when you do someone, like throw your back in it. Do whatever is around Kenya Moore. Put it in there.
Okay.
Yes.
We can look at Kenya. That's interesting.
I can't wait to see it then. See, they're so happy. They're like, thank
Yes.
you. Somebody said both of them.
Yeah, we can.
She's
totally
gonna put her back in this reading. All right, guys. I love you
We should also
all.
look at Portia and Dennis, because what's going on there?
First of all, you could look at them if you want to. And You can look at them if you want to. In my reading, I really saw they were going to get back together, and I did this a long time ago. I'll send you the link. Um, and I'm not confident that whole storyline is true.
Oh.
And I heard Portia's pregnant again already. So I just don't believe the whole storyline. Yep. That's what I heard through the social internet grapevine.
Oh no.
Yes. Because they're on hiatus
What a
now.
disaster.
They're on hiatus. So when we watch them, they're off. I heard she's pregnant. Get out of here. I just don't believe the whole storyline now, but when I did the reading, I saw that him and her were going to get back together or something. I really saw her, I really saw him as her man. So I think I was shocked that they played this the way they played it.
Yeah.
And you know what, Desi?
Wow, that's shocking.
Sometimes I think Bravo tests me because I heard through the internet, digital, social media grapevine that Cynthia was kicked off and that other girl, I can't remember her name, she's Canadian, but I like her, but I can't remember her name, that she was put on. And I really thought that they thought I was going to do a reading to see why Cynthia got kicked off. But you know what Spirit told me to do? Spirit was like, don't touch it.
Nope.
And it turns out it was all a lie. Like that girl from Canada is not a housewife, and they never kicked Cynthia off. Like it was all over the media. Cynthia got kicked off. Like, and then she never got kicked off. And sometimes I think because you know me, I'm a little crazy, right? And I think they do it on purpose to see if I'm going to do the reading and see if the reading's going to come out because I'm listening to social media. But here's the thing, people. I listened to Spirit, and Spirit told me don't do no readings. Don't do any readings on Kenya. That's why I can't do Kenya. I'm only admitting it right now. Spirit doesn't want me to do it. And do you know Kenya blocked me? And then when she came back,
I was just about to ask if she had you blocked on Twitter.
She still hasn't. I can't remember. She unblocked me somewhere. She blocked me on all platforms. And then when she came back, she unblocked me. And I was like, are you playing games with me? Like, do you want me to read you, Kenya? I didn't know what this was. You know? So, Desi.
Are you blocked now?
I can't even remember. I'm so sick of these people. I think on Twitter I'm fine. Hold on, let me see. I'm just so sick of them because I think they're like, let's see what the psychic says. You know who did that, by the way? The real Adrienne Bailon. She's like, some psychic said I would be pregnant by now. So?
Are you serious? Nobody saw that for her. Sorry.
I did. I said I saw her.
Oh, I did not.
I said I saw her pregnant by her married boyfriend that she married. And she's having fertility issues. And then she got on live TV and tried to blame me for her infertility issues. The fuck is wrong with you people? All right, hold on a second. Kenya. So yeah, she unblocked me from Twitter, but I was blocked.
Okay.
Let me just check Instagram.
Okay.
Because I liked her Instagram. I think she kept me blocked on Instagram. Kenya Moore. Right. So Kenya Moore, her real page, she still blocked me from. I can only get Kenya Moore hair,
Oh my
hair
gosh.
care. So whatever. But she unblocked me from Twitter, and I was
She's
like,
another one with weird energy.
right. Right. So I'd love to see that reading.
Really weird energy.
Yeah, I'd love to see that reading on her. But I think they're all fucking with me, and because I think they're fucking with me, that's why I'm not doing it. So I think like somebody else has to do it rather than me. Because I don't like being tricked, and you know how I feel, people. I don't like being lied to. Remember the whole Super Judy
Right.
thing? It drives me crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't trick me. Don't lie to me. The gift is real. You know, Desi? It's a real gift.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Don't lie.
I don't know. It's like a weird control thing with her. Like, I'll show you kind of thing. It's very controlling. I don't,
Yeah.
it's hard to, again, she's got a very strange energy about her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's defiant to the point where it's to her detriment.
Mm-hmm. Like she's defiant for
Like she
no
will
reason.
destroy herself
Yeah.
just to prove everybody wrong,
Yeah.
but you're proving everybody right
Yeah.
in the end.
Yep.
Very
Like,
strange energy.
I didn't want Kenya to come back fighting. You know, I didn't want her to come back having marital issues. I just wanted Kenya to come back to enjoy her motherhood. So let me answer this question real quick, Desi. So somebody's asking, is she jealous of her daughter? No, she's not jealous of her daughter.
No.
She's jealous of her husband choosing another woman, which happens to be her daughter, giving that child more attention. That is deliberate on his part. Many men do that to y'all. We just see it in real time right now. And that is the saddest thing, when men pit women against women. So at some point, this little girl's going to grow up and she's going to treat her mommy like shit, because it's going to be encouraged by daddy. The words that she's using is making y'all believe she's jealous of her daughter. She's not. And when she figures that out, she will leave him. For real. So, again, I think it's a horrible storyline. I cannot see a woman complain about how much attention her daughter is getting. It's a terrible storyline, and it's a terrible look for women all over to watch this. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen. But it is what it is, and we're going to let her play out this crap that they're all pulling. I don't like it. All right. Got to end on that note. Because I'm so, like, I'm a female empowerment. Like, and I just hate that this little girl's beginning is publicly being seen as if her mommy is jealous of her. What do you think this little daughter's going to do when she's 14 and sees
Like, you're
this?
on the Real Housewives, a Real Housewives franchise show.
Right.
There is no female empowerment in that. Why? Because everything is controlled by this gay man who clearly, and I'm going to say this, clearly has a problem with black women. And pits them against each other for entertainment purposes. Where's the empowerment in that?
I mean,
check.
I don't like the gay man
you do what
part.
You have to do.
I don't like the gay man part because I don't think it's about being gay, but I do believe that...
No, but I was talking about Andy Cohen specifically.
Right, but again, Desi, I'm not a fan of calling out gays at all.
Right, I get that.
Thank you. But I do get what you're saying in terms of that feminine energy.
Right. I think he himself has some issues with women.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I remember he would get so excited when Nene would do something crazy. And remember, he's always been in corporate America, so he couldn't do crazy, you know? And I think this show
Right.
allowed him the freedom to be more himself. But I
Yeah.
think in corporate America, I think he had to walk in maybe ungay like for the most part. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? So I get what you're saying. I think you just threw gay out there, and I didn't like. I was like, oh, what is this? But I think
No,
I
no, no.
get what you're
But
saying.
again, you're right. But I wasn't talking specifically about gays in general. I was talking about this thing. And I think part of it is I feel like he has some real issues with women.
Mm-hmm.
I just do. Otherwise, why would he be sitting amongst these women and pitting them against each other? And there's because there's money to be made off of this.
Well,
And there's money to be made
yeah,
off of the cattiness of women, but I don't think that has anything to do with being gay.
it has nothing to do with money either. I think it has nothing to do with money either. I think you're right because remember,
Really?
yes, no, remember he like if we're just talking about Andy, it's not about money. Remember, he was in corporate America. So when he greenlit these projects, he was the one that came out of corporate America, went in front of the TV, and found his comfort zone. So basically, it's about Andy. It's about Andy freeing himself
Oh,
amongst these, flamboyant women.
gotcha.
And the more flamboyant they are, like, I believe you, the more he was in his happy place. So I think you're right. He may not like women, and yet he needs them
Right. I think
to.
he has a lot of suppressed, repressed issues
Mm-hmm.
with women,
Mm-hmm.
and I think in some way it's in his best interest to make them look as horrible as possible. And I'm not saying that they don't have a hand in that, because they do have a hand in it. You can readily control how you're seen in the media. But I think the healthy ones do one season
Mm.
and they say, no, this isn't for me, and then they get out.
Mm. Interesting.
The unhealthiest ones are the ones that stick around.
Mm. That's sad. Because I do see, and all of them is unhealthy, and Potomac is just trash now. Trash. Because it's just an unhealthy set of girls now. So, interesting. All right, gotta go, Desi. Gotta get some sleep. Did I lose you? Desi. Desi, are you there? All right, guys. I think I lost Desi. Bye, everyone. Email me for your own personal reading, Traceybrownlive.com. Email me, text me, subscribe, press the bell, press all, like, share, comment. To contact Desi, her YouTube is Star Seed Revolution on YouTube and Desi Doll on Periscope. Good night. Good night, everyone. Thanks for playing with us. Bye.